Hi guys, Debs Collins here, and I'm back with another video, and we're leaning into parenting, okay, information about parenting. And today I want to talk to you about a type of parent-child relationship. It's like the energy dynamic that's behind it. And it's one that I know a lot about because I'm living, breathing it and have been for 16 years. And it's called the conscious soul-to-soul connect, all right, the conscious family unit. Now, I did speak in another video about the karmic balancing parent-child relationships, and that's the most common on this planet because there's some learning to do together, there's some healing to happen, and there's a journey to walk through. Okay, and I help people with that, and I help them quicken that path. But with the conscious soul-to-soul connect, it's very, very different. Right? So normally one or both of the parents have been on a spiritual path, they've awakened, and they're more conscious, all right? And when you're conscious, what happens is you do your own inner work, like wherever you've got old energy, old karmas, you've got unhealed inner child, or wherever you've got issues, fears, all sorts of things, you always do that first before you have a child. And so with a conscious soul to soul connect, normally the parent's done that before, right? So I did it before I had my son. Okay. And I was very conscious about that because I didn't want to imprint him with anything that I hadn't dealt with. And that was just my journey, right? So this is why I can share my knowing on that journey. And often people are a bit of a mixture of both, and you can evolve from the karmic balancing parent-child relationship to the conscious soul-to-soul connect. But normally the conscious soul-to-soul connect dynamic between the parent and child was talked about way before you get into your body, right? So I spoke to our son before he came into his body because I was connected to my own higher self, my spirit, and so I could do that and I could speak to his spirit, his higher self, his energy dynamics. And so we knew why we were coming back together, what we were here to do, what we're here to share with the world, etc., etc. And part of that is actually what I'm sharing with you now about how you can be in a conscious family unit, right? Because you can live in a conscious family unit and have harmony, and it can be a profound way of being, right? And it's not very common because, you know, the old school parenting, the old school ways, our ancestors, there's been a lot of tough journeys along the way. And there's a lot of unresolved karmic energy and old energies that haven't been resolved between souls that come into, family units for a reason. Because if people incarnate into a family, they can't run away from it. They have to deal with the old energies that have happened in that life, right? So there is a profound beauty behind all of it. And we're currently in the midst of a great evolution, and I'll link some videos below so you get why there's even a potential to have a conscious family unit now. So sometimes, people will come to me before they've had a child and they want to clear out all their energies and they ask me what they need to do. And I literally have kind of a list of things that I can share with people. Say, hey, don't forget this, don't forget that. Let's do this, let's do that. Because you're clearing your way, you're clearing the runway for your child to come in to a smooth kind of clear space, right? And what happens is when you are conscious is you attract a more conscious soul. So you'll attract a child that comes in, and there's ways to parent so that you can keep their consciousness alive and awake. You can actually parent and not squash them. And this is really what this relationship's about. And obviously, if you're conscious, you do that naturally. All right. So you guys will know this if you're in this type of relationship. And just know, obviously, it has its own. They're not issues, but it has its own dynamic. So it's very important that that parent stays conscious. Like the way they imprint that baby, the child from very young becomes super important. Like you're very aware of how you're imprinting them because, guys, until they're 7, you are still imprinting the human consciousness of that child, no matter how expansive that soul is. So there are a lot of things, a lot of wisdom I have to share on that that will come out on videos. But if you're in a conscious soul to soul connect, or you desire that for yourself, you don't want like to be in like karmic balancing type family units, then you must A, do your own inner work, and then B, choose your partner consciously. And if you've chosen consciously, then you'll realize very quickly you as parents will get on the same page, and you will definitely attract a different type of soul to journey with through life. Now, both relationships on this planet are key. The conscious soul to soul connect can show the way and help other people look to see how they can parent different if they choose. It's obviously up to each individual. So we do need the conscious, soul to soul connect and that conscious family unit dynamic. And equally, we need the karmic balancing ones, because those guys are balancing out their old energies from other lives. And that's why we're all here right now. We're all cleaning up our old lives because we're moving into a different paradigm. I mean, guys, life is different. It's the way we parent's different. And these children are different. That's why they're showing up with all sorts of imbalances at times, because they need the parent to go inside. But if you're in a conscious soul to soul connect, you will know what to do with that child, and it will expand you. And if you've already walked through that path, you'll realize, oh my gosh, the challenges I had with my child actually helped me expand myself as a person. Yeah. And that's really what all this is about. It's soul to soul connect, and it's about growing, evolving how we do life on this planet. The old school way is out, guys. Kids don't relate to this anymore. So thank you to the conscious parents that have cleaned themselves before they've had children, and that have consciously chosen their man or their wife because they wanted to be in a conscious family unit. Because you guys are just giving the others something to choose, so other ways to look at things. But please know the karmic balancing family relationships are equally as important, because they're actually helping us cleanse the planet. So both are amazing, and both are important. And to be a parent is an incredible gift and a blessing you give to yourself. And please know this, guys. Your children do choose you, and you choose them. There are no mistakes whatsoever. So if you are a conscious being, you very likely chose or have a dynamic with your child that you've known them before, and you've come back together and to live a joyful life, not to have issues. And that's the most important difference between the karmic balancer parent-child relationship dynamic and the conscious soul-to-soul connect. Right? So just so you know, there is a difference, and rising to your own occasion is key. All right, and the main thing a child needs is you as a parent in alignment, and your balance will help them no matter where they're at as a soul in their own evolution. All right. No, I acknowledge you all on the planet. All you parents, I love you. I'm going to put more material out to help you, because I can see there's a lot of, shifting in the style of parenting that is required for this world and for these new energy children. And they are different. Oh, yes, they're different. So, and you guys know that anyway, if you're conscious. So, no, I acknowledge you. Sending you guys love from our family to yours. Namaste, everyone.